Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin dropped overnight and that shouldn't be a surprise, and we had a very early signal which was the break of our first trend line on the 1 hour chart. However, I want to start on the daily chart just to explain again, because we haven't done that I think yesterday, but like 2 days ago only. So the daily chart hasn't changed, of course, but we see a few interesting developments. One of those developments is the break above the red trend line. Definitely an interesting signal. So that was a bullish signal and a breakout setup. What else did we have? Well, we talked about the RSI. It's just loading. The RSI having a bullish divergence on the daily time frame. We talked about the RSI breaking above the initial trend line. We talked about the RSI breaking above the second trend line. So I'm actually not sure if I talked about that yesterday in the video here, or if it was just a signal posted on Discord, but we have talked about that before anyway. Okay, and then the MACD showed a bullish cross. I just want to explain that again so that you know what to watch out for next time. And I mean, whether this is now a sustained breakout or not, those signals were there and we had a nice rally, and probably, yeah, the biggest rally in a while on the Bitcoin chart. And those were not the only signals. I mean, we're using the Elliott Wave patterns, okay? We're using the Elliott Wave patterns, and here we also saw that the wave count was full, maybe one more low, but sometimes you don't get that one more low, and the wave count was technically full, as I mentioned. So we just needed proof that the price has bottomed. By the way, we still haven't got proof. And I mentioned in yesterday's video, Bitcoin hasn't proven anything because we haven't got that 5-wave move up that we actually need. Now, careful. We don't need a 5-wave move up for Bitcoin to rally, but we need a 5-wave move up for Bitcoin to confirm that the 4th wave has bottomed. I hope that is so clear. That is the difference between analysis and trading, because it is possible that this 5th wave is turning into an ending diagonal and that we only saw an ABC rally here, which is a wave 1. We then see a wave 2, I'm not labeling this, but 3, 4, 5, and that could be it. And the risk is that people wait for 5 waves. There might not be 5 waves. So how to deal with this? Okay, so because in an ending diagonal you only get a 3-wave rally, and so you just have to act on that uncertainty, right? That's it. And this is why 1-2 setups are the best setups. Sometimes we don't get clear 1-2 setups, okay? And also this is now in a 5th wave, which can be an ending diagonal, where the subwaves can be 3-wave structures. So the way to deal with this is to act on the larger setup, which we talked about. Pullback setup, orange support zone, buy in the support zone, and basically, sell along the way, right? So getting positions and then waiting for a 1-2 setup. Well, if it never shows, you already accumulated in the orange support zone. But that shouldn't be anything new. But I just want to make sure that it's clear we might not get a 5-wave move. I mean, if we have a 5-wave move, it's clear. Then I can confirm the wave 4 is over. But if we never get one, then we just have to act on the assumption it might be a diagonal. Now, that exactly is where there is a difference between trading and analysis. You don't need to wait for confirmation to make a trade, right? So this is just what sometimes people struggle with, but crucial realization. But yeah, I mean, essentially there is a chance that the 4th wave bottomed. Talked about it, but just waiting for evidence. Now, what I actually wanted to say is, I said Bitcoin hasn't proven anything because we need 5 waves. Then we would have proof that Bitcoin bottomed in the 4th wave. Now, someone said in the comments, well, of course Bitcoin has proven something. We have a nice rally. And yeah, I mean, from an indicator point of view, and there's a nice rally, but structurally nothing's proven. That's what I meant. Okay, so it's not bearish. It just means we don't have the evidence that we've bottomed. But still, you don't need to have evidence, okay, to make a trade. That's the differentiation. The support zones were here on the chart, and the 38.2 retracement is an ideal target for a 4th wave. Surely we could still get another low. I mean, support is still relevant, right? Until we get 5 waves up. So looking at the smaller time frame, this is the 1 hour chart. We've seen here the C wave down. As I said, the low could be in. We might get another, this might be an ABC structure. I just have it still labeled as ABC as well in the yellow count, to indicate we could get easily another low. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that because of the green candles, we couldn't make another low. Now, the difference is now we had quite a substantial rally that allowed us to add another support region for a fourth wave pullback. And I can actually add the 23.6 fib level as well. It's just a very shallow one, but just want to add it and explain why. See, this support region here needs now to break in order to confirm we get another low. So this is for the internal structure and possibly one more high. So as I said, we need 5 waves to confirm that we've bottomed. 1, 2, 3. As you know, this is only 3 waves. We might now have started wave 4 and then get another wave 5. So this is what we want to look at in this video. If we don't get 5 waves, the risk is still high for another low. What that means, in simple words, is don't be surprised if we get another low at this stage. What I will do, I will reduce down the larger support box here on the 1 hour chart, because otherwise it will be difficult to see. Because this is now the micro support zone, what is, that we want to discuss. So you might remember yesterday talking about here a breakout and the next key level at 65k, it was reached. We got rejected and it's a possible 5 wave move down. The earliest signal that we've topped was a break of this trend line and we managed to get to the next one. I will now delete this upper trend line. That was a good signal. We've now arrived at the next trend line. So idea is now that we should be in a wave 4. At least a pullback of sorts has started, okay? Any direct extensions higher would still be part of a third wave at the moment. So if it rallies higher from here, but at the moment my assumption would be, based on what I see, that the fourth wave has started. If the fourth wave has started, then this here is likely an A wave down. We should get a B wave rally and a C wave. Looks a bit like a so-called zigzag pattern, in which the A wave is an impulse. We can go to the 30-minute chart. It looks a bit like a 5 wave move down. Obviously, micro counting is always a bit ambiguous. On some exchanges, this here might be a 1-2 setup. Here on the index chart, this is the highest high. Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, micro counting is a bit unproductive, right? It doesn't have really any productive qualities here on the 15-minute chart. But that last bit down here looks like a 4-5, so it could really be a 5 wave move down. That might mean the B wave, we could be in the B wave now, especially after finding support here around the 23.6 fib level and the trend line. Now, zigzag pattern, what is that? Let me explain that to you. We can go to our Discord server. Here we explain all the different structures. There are video tutorials or live stream tutorials, and here the written updates and explanation of all the structures. It can be quite useful also here in the videos to explain what a zigzag is. If you're interested in Discord access, you can go to our website, mcoglobal.com. You find a link in the description. Check out the silver or gold memberships. You can access to our chat rooms and signals as gold members as well. But I just want to use it here to explain the structure. So we have a 5 wave move down in wave A. It's basically a counter trend move. It's a correction. It's a pullback after a third wave to the upside. And well, zigzags can happen in wave 2s. They can happen in wave 4s. Key is now to understand that this could have been an A wave down, obviously too small to really count the microstructures. Then this is a B wave rally that might have started now. I've added the resistance levels to the chart, and then we could get a C wave down in 5 waves. There are certain Fibonacci extension levels that are relevant, yeah, and this is a corrective pullback. And after a corrective pullback in an ABC structure, we should move higher in the next wave. Now, condition is that we hold support, right? So let's go back to the shorter time frame chart. So this is it, A, B, C, the resistance areas on the chart and the Fibonacci levels I just mentioned are the same, right? 50% to the 78.6 fib, 63,780 to 64,530. So what I'm watching for now is if the B wave has started, not guaranteed, right? We could even get another low in wave A. I mean, again, the microstructure is a bit unclear here, but I think at the moment my stance would be until proven otherwise. The idea is that this fourth wave has started, so we can watch this support area today, tomorrow, and if this is a fourth wave, well, it should take a couple of days, I guess, and then we can, I mean, bear in mind, B waves, sometimes they overshoot. This is just a standard resistance area. That's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.